Today, I'm taking on a tour of the best autumn color spots in Kyoto, Japan. Many foreign tourists come to Kyoto to enjoy brilliant red and yellow foliage from the second half of November to the first week of December. This is our first destination today. Hogon-in Temple has one of the best fall color gardens in Kyoto. We are in the Arashiyama area, which is famous for its beautiful autumn leaves. There are several Buddhist temples in the area that have famous Japanese gardens. They make Arashiyama famous as a travel destination with amazing fall colors. Arashiyama has many tourist attractions, such as the Bamboo Grove, boat riding on the Hozu River, the Wild Monkey Park, Tenryuji Temple, and the Sagano Tram. The autumn color in this temple is always breathtaking. Hogon-in is the sub-temple of Tenryuji, the most renowned Buddhist temple in Arashiyama. Its Japanese garden is said to be the oldest and the most beautiful one in Japan. Thanks to it, Tenryuji Temple was designated as a UNESCO's World Heritage Site. No wonder everyone who comes to Arashiyama visits Tenryuji Temple. But this time of year, this sub-temple becomes more popular than its main temple. This is a nice strolling garden. It's not too large or too small. Perfect size for viewing beautiful autumn leaves. If you have a tight schedule, you can walk around in 15 minutes. Most visitors spend around 30 minutes, I think. Kyoto has some Japanese gardens that you need to spend a whole day strolling, like Shugakuin-rikyu and Katsura-rikyu Palace Gardens. This garden is more accessible and more affordable. No need for a reservation and as much pleasure as in Kyoto's internationally famous spots. You can have a real matcha for only 500 yen. Drinking matcha in an antique tea bowl makes your trip more historical. The drawback is that you have to sit on the floor folding your legs. This is a nice scene. The combination of red and green is amazing. Hogon-in is the sub-temple of Tenryuji, the head temple of Rinzai sect Tenryuji group. Japanese Buddhist temples are strange. Each Buddhist sect has several head temples. I think the teaching is the same, however, politics had made this situation. In the Edo samurai period, the shogun established this hierarchy of head and branch temples to control Buddhism more effectively. It's a shame that much of the moss here is dried up due to the recent strange weather. Almost no rain in the last month. Brilliant red leaves against a backdrop of emerald light green would have taken your breath away. Rinzai is Japan's first Zen Buddhist sect, coming from China in the 1100s. It was a highly renowned sect, especially among the upper-class people of medieval Japan. Kyoto's most famous Zen temples are Rinzai-shu, like Kennin-ji, Ryoan-ji, Myoshin-ji, Nanzen-ji, and Tofukuji temples. They all had temples of the respective group. This is why people call Kyoto Japan's capital of Buddhism. I think the very peak was 4 or 5 days ago. Leaves are falling, and there are about 30% less leaves on trees than last week. But you can enjoy the red color on the ground and water. By the end of the next week, most of the autumn color will have gone. This makes me feel winter is just around the corner. I think I'm fortunate to be able to come here before it's too late. Two weeks before, I think this place was still half green and half red, which is also nice because of the contrast of the two different colors. This is why people say there's no perfect day for viewing the autumn leaves. Every several days, the scene evolves, making every stage of color changing attractive. The fall color season is normally between the second half of November and the first week of December, in plain areas in eastern and western Japan. But global warming makes the best autumn season prediction as difficult as futures trading. Kind of wind storms in November that people had never imagined before. They make the fall season shorter, blowing the leaves off the trees. It's important to check the updates. Anyway, the autumn color season lasts 3 weeks, whereas the cherry blossom season is only 1 week or even less. Arashiyama is a tourist area that you need a whole day to explore. Jingoji Temple, the Bamboo Grove, Ninomiya Shrine, boat riding in the Hozu River, the Wild Monkey Park, and Daikakuji Temple. The other temples with nice autumn color gardens like Nisonin, Jojakkoji, and Jingoji temples in the Sagano area. The area is large, so overall it's not crowded except in some spots like the Bamboo Groves and the Togetsu Bridge on the Hozu River. We are now in the north end of Kyoto Central. This neighborhood feels quite different from what we know about Kyoto. It's quiet with almost no tourists. This is our second stop today. Genko-An is a Sotoshu Zen sect Buddhist temple established in 1346, the era of Kamakura shogun. Usually, no travelers come to this temple except this time of year. Genko-An is known for its beautiful autumn color garden, which is probably within the top 20 of the best autumn color spots in Kyoto. Coming to this Takamine area is not easy. There is no public transportation from Kyoto Central except the Kyoto City Bus number 6, which runs only every 30 minutes from the Kyoto station. Catching a taxi is a deal, but it can be difficult to find one, especially on weekends in Kyoto. This area is kind of isolated from urban life, which makes it quiet. Kyoto's most famous autumn color places are Zen temples. For their teaching and practices, it was important for Zen practitioners to find themselves by reaching a peaceful and quiet mind. People thought a nice garden would help to do that. I like this combination of the trees and the red tapestries on the ground. The peak came 5 days ago. The leaves are falling until they are all gone by the next week. The beauty of nature is temporal. This is a famous circle window. We are lucky today. She's a model coming with his cameraman. It's too bad. Most red leaves have gone already. It's the highlight of this temple. I should have come a week earlier. They named it the Window of Enlightenment. It's a liaison between this human world and the whole universe. Sotoshu Zen ideals are sometimes too philosophical to understand. Sotoshu Zen temples are not common in Kyoto. Kyoto's most Zen temples are Rinzai-shu sect. Rinzai-shu was overall for upper-class samurai, whereas the Sotoshu sect was not that exclusive. Sotoshu Head Temple is not in Kyoto, but deep in the mountains in Fukui Prefecture. Eihiji Temple is internationally renowned as the best Zen Buddhist temple in Japan. We are in the Sagano area. It's a 15-minute walk from the Arashiyama station. Arashiyama and Sagano are considered the same area. The specific area around the Togetsu Bridge is called Arashiyama. Before reaching our third destination, we can enjoy the autumn foliage. Not many travelers know the name of Jojakkoji Temple, which is actually a hidden gem with beautiful fall colors. The entrance fee is 500 yen or 3 USD. You will see soon if it's too expensive or not. Jojakkoji Temple was established in 1596 as a Nichiren-shu sect Buddhist temple. It's one of the few Nichiren-shu temples in Kyoto which attract a lot of tourists. This sect doesn't seem to be interested in tourism, despite being a large organization. Jojakko means the ultimate enlightenment and the absolute truth. This fall foliage makes me feel like I'm in heaven. Maple leaves are awesome. I think 70% of the people here are travelers from other Asian countries, like Hong Kong, Thailand, Singapore, Taiwan, and mainland China. They love Japanese autumn foliage, maybe because they don't have distinctive fall season in Southeast Asia or southern China. I don't see as many travelers from Europe and North America as in Kiyomizu Temple or Kinkakuji Golden Pavilion. The Arashiyama Sagano area is so popular that some places, like the bamboo globes, are always crowded. This area is not that busy. The Arashiyama Sagano area is so large that you cannot visit every attraction in a single day. So before coming, make sure you know where you want to go. It takes almost 1 hour to come to Arashiyama from central Kyoto. If you are departing from the Shijo area, take the Kyoto Metro and change to the Randen line at Uzumasa Tenjingawa Station. From Kyoto Station, take the JR Sagano line to get off at the Saga-Arashiyama Station and walk for 10 minutes. From Osaka, take the Hankyu Kyoto line and change to the local train at the Katsura Station. Trains can be very crowded in the autumn season. However, once you leave the Arashiyama station, it'll be fine. The biggest problem in the autumn color season, especially for foreign travelers, is the definite free accommodation. It's extremely difficult to book a hotel room in the second half of November. Many hotels are already full a month before the season. But don't worry, you can still find a room still available in Osaka, which is a 30-minute train ride from Kyoto. Osaka is Japan's second largest city after Tokyo, so try hard and then you'll find one. You should also know that it's not as easy as 2 years ago to book a hotel room in both cities and rural areas in Japan all year round. Over 30 million foreign tourists come to Japan each year. In Japan, the accommodation problem is becoming a big issue in major cities like Tokyo and Fukuoka. We are in the Yase area. This time, we are not visiting a temple, but just strolling around this area. I'm not going to pay an entrance fee, but we can enjoy the autumn colors as much as I would do. Yase area is known for the cable car station going to Yase Temple, the sanctuary of Japanese Buddhism, for over 1,000 years. It's one of the must visits in Kyoto. The problem is there are too many musts in Kyoto. Most great Buddhist saints had trained in the mountain, like Saicho, the founder of the Tendai sect and Enryakuji Temple, Honen, who was the founder of the Jodo sect, Shinran, the founder of Jodo Shinshu sect. Dogen also trained there before establishing Sotoshu sect and Eiheiji Temple, and Nichiren, the founder of Nichiren Shu sect. But the summit of Yase Mountain is a lot colder than here. I would not want to go there in winter. It's too windy and cold on top of the mountain. In this area, there's Kyoto's most renowned autumn color garden. Many people agree that nothing can beat Rurikoin Temple when it comes to autumn foliage. It's absolutely next level. It's too bad. Every visitor needs to make a reservation, but the place is already fully booked 3 months before the season. I'll do a video on the temple, so don't miss it. The garden literally takes your breath away. The cold and moist air coming down from the lake view through the mountain during the night makes the maple leaves this beautiful. To change into beautiful colors, it has to be below 8 degrees Celsius during the night. This is why Kyoto's famous autumn color spots are located at the foot of Yase Mountain, like Nanzenji, Eikando, and Genko-Ji temples. To come to this place, take the Eizan Densetsu line from Demachiyaning Station to get off at the Yase Station. Or take the Kyoto bus number 17 from Kyoto Station or Shijo-Kawaramachi stop and get off at the Yase Eki stop. We are in Takao, the mountain area outside Kyoto City. It took 1 hour from the Kyoto station by bus. We have to go down this mountain and then go up another one. The air is super fresh and the temperature is lower than the central Kyoto because of the higher altitude. The leaves in Takao begin changing colors 1 week earlier than in downtown Kyoto. So if you arrive in Kyoto earlier in the autumn season, think about this area. To come to this area, take JR local bus bound for Takao Togano at the Kyoto station to get off at Takao stop. The bus has no number. You can also hop on the Kyoto City bus number 8 from Shijo-Karasuma stop and get off at Takao stop. I don't recommend the number 8 bus, which only comes every hour and stops at too many bus stops. I think the best peak was last week. Leaves are falling. I should have checked the updates on X Twitter. You can enjoy a meal viewing the autumn colors across the river. Too bad. Almost no leaves are left. 2 days ago, it was windy. I think they're gone on that stormy night. This is the approach to the Jingoji temple, our final destination today. We have to keep going for 15 minutes, but don't give it up. You will find the reason later. There are a couple of traditional tea houses on the way. We are still halfway between. I can see the gate. Jingoji was established in 824 as a Shingon-shu sect temple, making it one of the oldest Buddhist temples in Kyoto. Saint Kukai, the founder of Shingon-shu sect, was buried here before moving to Koyasan Temple in Wakayama Prefecture. He thought his temple should be deep in the mountains to focus on training. Saint Kukai was a phenomenal historical figure. Being favored by the emperor at the time, his teaching spread fast. He became the head of Toji Temple, the only temple approved by the emperor in Kyoto at this time. His sect, Shingon-shu, is a large religious organization today. He is also known as a great calligrapher. He decided to move to Koyasan Mountain, maybe because this place was not spacious enough. Koyasan is a sanctuary for Shingon-shu followers. It has also become an international tourist destination. If you ever have a chance to visit Osaka, think about going there. It's only a 2-hour trip from a Nambo station. The whole town is stunning. So many historical structures, sub-temples, and gravestones to watch. This is the famous stairs which appear in many guidebooks. It's too bad. 30% of the leaves are gone. It takes a whole day to explore the Takao area. Kozanji Temple is also a famous autumn color spot. To get there, you need to ride 2 more stops and get off at Toganoa stop. Let's take a look at this tea house. It feels like medieval Japan. I found the best seat. This scene makes the coffee taste great. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.